Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news update and information with a video on the 2025 Ford Maverick. Hopefully you guys got a chance to watch the What's New video that I did on the Ford Maverick, where I actually got a chance to get right there close and up close and personal with the Mavericks. And the only one they did not have there was an XL trim level. So I wasn't able to do that. But we do have information on the different trim levels, but hopefully that information gave you kind of what's different from 24 to 25. So check that video out. I'll link it at the end of this video as one of the recommended videos, as well as the playlist we're putting together for the complete guides for all the different trim levels. So there are more trim levels now for the 2025 model year, including now we have the XL, XLT Lariat trim. We have the trimmer is its own trim. So we're going to be going through. This is on the XL trim to kind of show you. And at the time of recording this, we actually don't have the build and price up, but it should be up by the time you view this video. So we are going to use some images off of, I got some fluff around here. Use some images off of actually Maverick Truck Club. So I appreciate Maverick Truck Club. They're a great source for customers, people looking to get information. Check them out. And we're going to use some images from there. Hopefully I don't think they'll have an issue with that. I'm making sure that I give credit to them of receiving these pictures in the description and such down below. So we're going to start and kind of cover what's standard equipment first on the XL. A lot of new standard features for this year for the XL trim, as well as the different packages available and standalone options in this one video. Going to be timestamped, so feel free to move around in this video. Use it as a source for you if you're wanting information. If you're wanting to place an order banks are going to be opened up by the time you watch this video or shortly this afternoon. You should be able to be open to be able to go and place that order. So you can do that with your local dealer. We do have some ordering tips as well as a YouTube special that we'll talk about at the end of the video. It has its own timestamp called, the ordering tips and free shipping. So check that timestamp out if you want more information about that. If you'd like to order with us, we are taking orders, and more information about that because this video isn't really just about buying from us, but just helping you get the right vehicle for the right price and such for you. So, all right. So let's jump in. We're going to talk, and don't forget, make sure you're subscribed. Notification bell is turned on because we're going to go through all of these models and trim levels for, I should say, all the trim levels for this model. So you definitely want to make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any of those videos. And they're going to drop back to back to back today. So if you're watching these live, like when they first come out, you're going to wonder what's going on, but we're going to drop these. So if you want to put that order in quickly and early, then you're going to have the information to better know what to do when you're going to that dealer. So, all right, let's get started on the XL trim. We're going to start with the mechanical features first on this. And with the XL, it is now going to be different than last year. So the EcoBoost front-wheel drive is not available anymore on the Ford Maverick. Starting with 2025 model year. So now it is going to be standard hybrid. 2.5-liter hybrid engine is going to be standard with the automatic continuous variable transmission. So that is also the configuration. And they actually said they have boosted up that transmission for this year. So yeah, we'll get into some options in a second, including the powertrain, because there are going to be two different options for some configurations, including there is an EcoBoost. EcoBoost isn't gone. There is an EcoBoost. That's going to be optional, as well as all-wheel drive will be optional. So we'll talk about that when we get to the optional equipment. Now, you will have selectable drive modes for all your, even the XL hybrid. So it is going to come, I forgot to mention, front-wheel drive. Hybrid front-wheel drive will be the standard configuration. So it'll be, you'll get normal mode, eco, sport, slippery, and tow haul mode as available for you for those drive modes. Electric parking brake as well, and then electronic brake boost for your hybrid. And that's going to come on those. And then your electronic power assist steering. I like to call it EPAS for short. That'll help you in those, be able to steer that steering wheel in those parking lots, slower speeds and such like that. But when you get going faster, it's not going to be as easy. It'll stiffen it up. So nice. Electrically controlled makes it a little bit easier for that as well. You do have a variable assist power steering as well. And then electronic stability control. So great features there. Now let's get started and talk about some of the safety features, and I might actually re-record or use this feature on several of the videos because a lot of the same safety features on several different trim levels. First off, let's talk about the airbags. We do have driver and front passenger front airbags. So different size airbag depends on how close you get to the front of the vehicle. We do have also safety canopy side curtain airbags. They're going to pull you down from the side with a rollover sensor. So if the vehicle rolls over, it's going to deploy those airbags down to help protect from braking glass coming in. We do have a driver and front passenger side impact airbags. So if you get that front side collision, it's going to deploy the airbags from the side of those seats. We also do have a driver knee airbag. So if you have that front collision, that knee airbag is going to deploy. So if you have to help you out from that steering column coming in there. We do have an anti-theft engine immobilizer. So basically means only the coded key can start the vehicle because it does have the security lock, passive anti-theft system as well. We do get pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. It comes with pedestrian detection, the front collision warning, as well as a dynamic brake support. So if the car in front of you is going a little slower than you, and you're not paying attention, it's going to alert you with a series of lights and tones, and then preloads those brakes. So when you pay attention to that and see that, you press the brake, you're going to brake even faster. We do have post impact braking as well. So if you do have that impact, then it's going to help brake the vehicle too. Lane keeping aid, that is new for the XL. That's one of the features from the lane keeping system, and this is just the aid part of that system. So not the driver alert or the lane keeping alert system, but the aid system. So it'll help keep you in that lane. So I'm assuming that's something you'll have to turn on and off. So, all right. Done talking about mechanical and safety features. Let's get into talking about the exterior, and we're going to bring in the pictures from the Maverick Truck Club for this. I think, yeah, you can see my cursor there. So we're going to kind of talk about this, and this is we'll talk about colors in a little bit. And if you did watch the video I did yesterday, then you'll know these color options are already available. First off, let's talk about the grille. So on the XL, you will have a black mesh grille with a black surround. So I think I do actually have an image closer up. There we go. So you do have this grille here. So that's unique style. Each one will have their own grille design. And again, this is a pre-production vehicle. We think this is what it's going to look like. I did not see one of these at the reveal that I was able to go to, but I believe this is the grille. So black grille. You will see the emblem has been upgraded for this year. So it has a Ford emblem up there, white with the blue. So just two colors there for this, just like we do see with the F-150. We do see this here, this little piece here, and the hood, and they did design it that way on purpose. So very we talked to the engineer there, and this was on purpose there. We do see this opening here. That is probably to help with airflow. We do have the active grille shutters down there, open and close. Doesn't mention that, but you do see those down there for airflow down there. The lower bumper down here is going to be molded in black down here. We do see this two-piece front fascia. You see the piece right here, and then this piece here. So that is what we're going to be able to be seeing for this model year. We do see the LED reflector headlights, black bezels on all of the vehicles this year. So that's an upgrade and a change for the 25 model year that you'll probably notice there. You do have automatic headlights. So come on, automatic when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. And when it's on that auto setting, which when you first turn the vehicle on, will default to that. We also have configurable daytime running lights as well. And we do have auto LED high beams as part of the Copilot 360 features that are standard on it. They'll come on, when it's dark enough, they'll come on. You approach somebody or you're in the lights, then it'll shut them off. So, all right. And then we do have, of course, don't forget about your windshield wipers with different intermittent speeds and everything for that. All right. Now let's go back. Actually, go one further. There we go. We'll go to the side over here. For the wheels, a 17-inch sparkle silver steel wheel. Looks like it's the same wheel as last year. We do have tires that's saying it's 225/65 R17 all season. Black sidewall letters right there. And we do have tire pressure monitoring system as well as four-wheel analog braking system as well. So the fender badge will be similar to last year. Have the XL on the side over there in black. The mirrors, manual folding, does have manual glass, and you'll see the molded in black mirror caps. It means it's the paint is put into the mold when they make it. Same way on the door handles, it'll have that same thing, and then the lower rocker molding will be that way as well. It kind of match up with the bumpers and the rear bumper back there too. So, and then you do have remote keyless entry. It does have the flip key, so it is a keyed start on this. So you do have a panic button and 2 key fobs that'll come with it. as well. And then you will have the rear privacy glass, as you can see on these back windows and back glass. You will see in here, I think they just tried this out, is missing the vinyl on the doors. It should have black vinyl on there. And that is something I did see on the production vehicles, that's what it'll have. This year, I think they were just trying out the Ford Video Guy style. Actually, I didn't, I'm just joking. Somebody else had actually showed me about it, and I did on my Maverick. And but that should have black vinyl over the door pillars right there. So make sure people know that. Let's see what else. Fixed rear glass with the privacy glass and the back glass, so that'll be fixed. We do also have easy fuel capless filler door, so just push that door. No cap to worry about leaning behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. Your hybrid engine standard fuel tank is going to be 13.8 gallon. If you do elect with the optional EcoBoost, it'll be a 16.5 gallon fuel tank. So there we go. Moving to the back, we do have a back image of this, thanks to Maverick Truck Club again. We do have on the top cargo area, or cargo lamp up here, so you can see that, as well as the integrated center high mounted stoplight. That's that red light up there. And we do have it looks like the little antenna up here, with the little fin antenna. So that's going to be on there too, it looks like. You'll see molded in black on the rails tops, as well as the tailgate back there. That's going to be kind of the standard as well for this year. And black molded in bumper right back here. You'll see the Ford emblem also going on the back with the blue and the white lettering back there. Now, this is a keyed lock, manual locking for the tailgate, but you can lock the tailgate. Back there, you will have rear view camera in that emblem right there, so you can see behind you as you're backing up. Underneath, you will have a spare tire. It'll be a mini 155/90 R17, but you can it'll be tucked underneath. You will have trailer sway control. With this, you're seeing a hitch on this particular vehicle. This looks like it has the 4K tow package. That is not standard equipment. Just trying to clarify, just having to use this for images. Flex bed still continued for this year. Flex bed storage system where you has different slots to partition out the bed. If you want to do a DIY thing, you can do that. And you're going to have 6 tie downs in the bed, more than an F-150. Just pointing that out right there. So there you go. So that's going to be that, including 2 of them are on the tailgate. So you got 4 in the bed, and you'll have 2 on the tailgate. So probably actually the same as it is on the F-150 now for this year. Now, I don't have images of the interior, so you get to just look at my face. So as we go through this, for the interior, you will have carpeted flooring on the interior, front carpeted mats, and then we do have front door stowage, stow bins that you can put different things in there, water bottles, that kind of stuff. Also, front and rear grab handles, one in the front passenger and for the 2 in the back seat as well, one on each side. Usually don't cover that, but it's in here. I'm covering everything this year. We do also have a vinyl console lid. So that's that you'll have bucket seats with a console. So that console lid is going to be a vinyl covering there. And for your seats up in the front, 6-way manual adjustment driver seat. We do have a 4-way manual passenger seat. So the difference is, I believe the driver's seat will allow you to go up and down, whereas the passenger seat won't. It's just forward and back and your backrest. Again, bucket seats, cloth seating surfaces. We'll get into colors in just a second. We do have a front floor console with an armrest and storage inside that. And we do have mat pockets on the back of the passenger seat. Front passenger seat will have a mat pocket back behind it. In the rear, you have a full bench seat. They did not go to the split bench seat this year, even though we talked to the engineers and why that is a beneficial thing. So maybe next year, because we talked to him and they had no clue or didn't even think about it. But you have a full bench seat as well as a flip-up seat cushion for under-seat storage. Your jack is behind the back seat. Again, I don't know what they're thinking. Anyway, I better not say too much. Anyway, rear coat hooks as well back there with where the grab handles are. You have the latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children, so you can fasten those front and rear facing car seats into those. The tethers behind the back seat, not easy to do, but that's where it's located. And we do have, moving up to the front, power windows for front and rear windows. One touch down feature for the driver window, which means you just hard press it down and the window will go down. And the benefit of that is if maybe, if you're pulling up to I always say, when you're in like the drive-through, right? Kind of nice to be able to press that down and then don't have to hold it the whole time. Power door locks and unlock. You do have the steering wheel is a urethane, black urethane steering wheel, manual tilt and telescoping, so it can adjust it up and down, forward and back, and manual locking. Audio controls on the steering wheel. And for this year, the productivity screen, what you see through the steering wheel, the information screen there, instrument panel, that is an 8-inch screen for this year. It is the same screen on all trim levels, even the XL, which I think is a big deal there. And then you do have cruise control on the steering wheel, standard equipment still for the XL this year. Keyed ignition, as I mentioned, single zone manual air conditioning for the vehicle, AM FM stereo with 6 speakers on the XL, and they all will come standard with the 8-inch. Or no, I'm sorry. It'll come standard. I got off because I'm gonna have to throw a clip up here because you guys got to see this. It is a 13.2-inch center stack screen for this year, standard equipment, even on the XL. The XL does come standard with the Sync 4 with the enhanced voice recognition system that includes Sirius XM satellite with the 360L for 3 months subscription. Have to pay extra for it after that, but even the XL can get Sirius satellite. We do have the cloud connected 911 assist, wireless Apple CarPlay, and wireless Android Auto, digital owner's manual, conversational voice command recognition. Wow, that's pretty good for an XL. We do have, moving on, the dual vanity mirrors. So they flip down vanity mirrors behind the visors there. We do also have front map lights in the overhead console up above, so you can see that just those little lights. You can just flip it with the lever up there. We also do have PowerPoints in the down below. You're going to see a PowerPoint down there, one in the front, one in the rear for that, and you'll have 2 USB ports in the front, a Type A and Type C. For the XL, rotary dial shifter knob continues for this year, as well as the Ford Pass Connect continues for this year. And 5G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot, I believe they discontinued that for last year. It is back this year as part of that sync system. And then with that Ford Pass Connect, you can connect your phone and you can unlock and lock your vehicle from anywhere, remote start your vehicle from anywhere. You can schedule remote start times, locate your parked vehicle, and everything else. Check out the video I did because the app has been updated for this year. Now, let's talk about some of the color options. I did actually highlight these. In fact, I don't have it on the sheet, so give me just a second. Let me grab the color sheet. Okay, for this year, we do have some new colors and some discontinued colors. Now, on the XL trim for the interior, it'll be similar to last year. It'll be black with the onyx dark slate interior. So different, of course, whatever it might be. So it's similar to last year in that sense for the configuration inside. They really changed that. For colors, we do have carbonized gray is back for this year. We also do have a new color for this year, and is the only year you can get this color, eruption green. People have been asking for it last year. You get it for 1 year only. So 25 model year will get eruption green. I've been told it will not be on the 26th model year. Oxford white is back for this year. Shadow black as well is back for this year. Space white, new color for this year. We've seen it on the F-150 as well as the Mach-E. My son's got space white. It is also one that you're seeing on the Escape for 25 model year. So that is a new color for this year. And Cactus Gray is no longer available this year. So you will not see Cactus Gray available. You will not see Iconic Silver available either this year. And 2 colors that have been replaced with other colors. We have the Desert Sand back for this year. I think they may have called it Terrain, but Desert Sand, Terrain, same color. We do have Ruby Red Metallic Tinted Clear Coat. That replaces the Hot Pepper Red. So Hot Pepper Red is not available, but instead you have Ruby Red Metallic Tinted Clear Coat. Man, it looks real close to the Rapid Red, but just a little off. And then we do see that the Atlas Blue is gone for this year, but is replaced by a color we've seen in the past, Velocity Blue. Velocity Blue is back for this year. So those are the color options. And actually, now that I look at my sheet, let me go back up. Ruby Red is not available on the XL. Sorry, I mentioned that. Ruby Red, correct it now before I get in trouble. Ruby Red is not available for this year, and Azure Gray is back, but not on the XL trim. So those are the 2 colors not available on the XL trim. We'll see those available on the XLT. So sorry if I'm messing that up there. So, but Hot Pepper Red's gone for the XL. That will not be available. Cactus Gray, Iconic Silver, and what was the other one? Yeah, I don't. Anyway, so those colors are gone for this year. So 4 colors gone and a couple new colors. So there you go. So that's our colors for this year. And so let's get into talking about some optional powertrains and all-wheel drive systems and everything. So there are 3 different equipment groups is what Ford is calling them this year. So everything I've talked about so far, standard hybrid with the front wheel drive, that is your 100A equipment group, as they call it. There is another equipment group called the 101A equipment group, and that equipment group is going to give you the hybrid all-wheel drive system. So if you want the hybrid all-wheel drive, it is available now. That is your 101A equipment group. That is a way to go in there, and so it'll get that variable transmission, charging for 40 miles per gallon in the city. So pretty good there. And then also another option, if you go to the 102A equipment group, that is going to be your EcoBoost 2.0 liter EcoBoost system with the 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. So that's how you're going to get that, and that's how they're breaking that down there for you. So, all right, now let's talk about some different packages. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about the Ford Copilot 360 package. And this is a package that steps up your Copilot 360 suite of features and adds even more features to it. And this is going to be available as optional equipment on the 100, 101A, or 102A on the XL, or the 300, 301, or 302A on the XLT trim. And these features are already included. I went over as standard equipment on your Lariat and some of the other packages, some of the other trim levels. So want to kind of make sure I point that out. So let's talk about what you get on top of your normal features here. And this does have the automatic emergency braking oncoming. So we assume this is a new feature we haven't seen before, and we're kind of assuming, like the pre-collision assist when you're going behind somebody, is that if somebody's approaching you oncoming, maybe crosses over that center line or something, that this is going to help and maybe start a braking or maybe move you. I don't know, but we'll get more information on this for Maverick Monday and talk about it at that time. With this, you get the Bliss with cross traffic alert. So that's your blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in that mirror. And also, as you're backing up, if someone's going to cross your path behind you, it's going to alert you series of tones and flashes red on your dash. Now, new for this year as part of this package is the cross traffic brake assist now. So if it alerts you and then you still don't, maybe you look left and right and go, there's no one coming, and you keep going, it's going to brake the vehicle because it does not want you to hit that person. So you may not just see them at that time because it's very advanced in where it sees. Also with this package, you're getting evasive steering assist now. This is crazy. This is actually part of the adaptive cruise and everything in the past. Now they're including this evasive steering assist that is going to help you if you can't stop in time and you need to avoid them. It's going to make it easier to turn the steering wheel and go around them if there's no one in your lane beside you. Now, it is a feature you can activate and deactivate. If you don't like that, you're like, I don't like this, don't decide not to get this package because of that, because it can be deactivated. Also, the intersection assist. So that's something first introduced on the 24 F-150. If you're coming across the intersection and maybe there's someone coming, maybe there's a person turning in the turn lane and they're yielding because there's cars beside you, but you don't see a car behind you, maybe in their blind spot, it'll stop because its system will see that and stop you short of hitting them. So that'll be nice as well. And then with this, you're also getting rear parking sensors now on this package. So in the past, this package got you 2 features, and now you're getting so much more out of this package. I don't have pricing yet at the time of recording this, but I assume it's probably going to be more than the $650 from last year. But you're also going to get the rear parking sensor. So as you're backing up, it's going to alert you as well. And then don't want to forget about the lane keeping system stuff. You already get the lane keeping aid, which I think is phenomenal. The standard equipment already on all of your vehicles. But now you get the alert system, so it's going to vibrate the steering wheel if you've left your lane. And I actually like that better than the aid, just me personally. So this allows you to do that, and the driver alerts. If you take your hands off the steering wheel too often, maybe getting drowsy or whatever, it's going to alert you and let you know that too. So, and then of course, on your XL vehicles only, you're going to also get the power mirror feature too. So it's going to need that. So it'll have that blind spot mirror information on that glass. So you'll get the power windows or power mirrors on your XLs as well. So that's something as an upgrade when you go with this on the XL. Now let's talk about the 4K tow package. Now this package is available on your XL, XLT, and Lariat trims with the all-wheel drive. Does require that, and it can be put on the hybrid all-wheel drive or the EcoBoost all-wheel drive. It does require you to have the Ford Copilot 360 package. So make sure you have that package to order this package. Or if you try to order it, your dealer might tell you you need to order that as well. And that is true. So this here package is going to allow for more towing, gives you up to 4,000 towing capability and that rating for that. It is going to give you the trailer brake controller with this package. So that allows you to be able to brake your trailer, which can be very important in situations. Also, get you upgraded, get the trailer hitch, just like you did with the other one, but now you get a class 3 hitch with a 4-pin and 7-pin wiring connectivity. So you can connect up those 7-pin wiring trailers. Also upgrades the transmission oil cooler as well. So you're going to have that. So that'll help. Again, this is helping the engine perform so it can tow the 4,000 pounds. Higher capacity radiator as well on your 2.0 liter gas engines. You won't have that on your hybrid, but just your 2.0. And then upgraded cooling fan as well is going to be given to this. And then you get the conventional 17-inch spare tire. Not calling it the full-size spare this year. They're smart. So I saw a lot of people complaining about it. It's not a full-size spare. It's pretty close. It's a conventional 17-inch spare tire. It's a 215/70 R17 for that. And that is your 4K tow package. Again, does require the Copilot 360 and is available on any all-wheel drive, XL, XLT, or Lariat. So now let's cover the standalone options. And for this year, I'm not going to include your dealer installed options. For one, most of those are things I think you should leave off your build if you want to get it built faster. But I'll probably do a separate video on a Maverick Monday talking about some of the dealer installed options that could be put on your order and such. And yeah, we'll do that in a separate video. I really don't want to include it in this to speak for the fact that I don't think most of the dealer installed options I'm looking at, you should just leave off your build unless you want it to wait longer. So anyway, so we'll talk about standalone options. These are all ones that come from the factory. So they're either put in your vehicle or on your vehicle at the factory. And we'll break out maybe some of the ones that maybe you should think about leaving off as well towards the end here. And so we'll go from that. And so we're actually using this clip for all of the different trim levels. So if you've seen the XL, then this is probably a part where you can skip because it's going to be I'm using this clip on all of the videos because it's all the same for the most part. There's some differentiations, which we're going to go through as we talk about it for this. So, all right, enough of that. Let's dive in. Now, for optional equipment for the XL trim only, because it's included on the XLT and above, and that is the 2K trailer hitch receiver with a 4-pin connector. Again, that's not available if you do get the XL with the 4K tow package because you get the different wiring. But this is available on XL on all different of your equipment groups, whether it be hybrid or EcoBoost, it doesn't matter, but it's available on your XL, but not available on XLT and above because they already get a hitch. All right, next one is the bed tie-down locking rails with the 2 locking brackets. Now, that's already standard equipment on the Lariat and Tremor, but for the XL and XLT, you can go ahead and get those sliding rails if you want. So we replace 2 of your other tie downs in there, so you'd still get 10 total, but it gives you the bed rails if you want it, and that's an optional equipment. The bed extender. The bed extender. Now this is this is available on any of the different trim levels, and not available with the molded drop-in liner, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Which that's not available on the Lariat trim or the Tremor anyway. But just keep that in mind. Also not available with your tonneau pickup box cover, soft folding, and hard roll-up. So that bed extender is not available. But that bed extender allows you to be able to, it just goes in there, folds out over the tailgate, and allows you to extend your bed if you want to put a canoe or something like that on there, or just extend it. Or it rotates back in, so if you want to leave your tailgate up, it kind of leaves it to give you like a little area to put things in there so it won't slide clear forward into your bed as well. So bed extender, that has actually been holding up builds on the 24 model year. So I just want to throw that out there. That's a possibility that it could hold up years from being produced or scheduled for production as well. The bed tray liner. This is not available on the Lariat or the Tremor trims, but it is available on XL and XLT. Now on the XL, if you get this, it also gives you 4 extra tie downs. So you'd have all the tie downs like you'd have in an XLT and above. Now this is not available with your bed mat, but a bed tray liner is, if you see the drop-in bed liner, it is the bottom piece of the 4-piece drop-in bed liner, technically 5-piece. So that's that. So it's just kind of the bottom piece of that. And then also next is the bed liner modular hard drop-in. It is one of the best drop-in liners I've seen of any model out there. It's kind of nice. It's a 5-piece liner that kind of goes in together. And drills in to the bed. And this is not available with the lariat or trimmer because they get a spray-in bed liner included. So they're not available in those. And if you do order this with the XL, then you get those 4 tie downs again on it. So there you go. And then this is not available with your bed extender or your bed mat or your hard rolling tonneau cover. So keep that in mind if you want the modular drop-in liner. Should not be a holdup. They're not putting these on the XLT luxury packages anymore. So because of that, that should make this ease this up to be able to, if you want this as optional equipment, not be a problem getting it. So I'd say go ahead and order it. Next is the bed liner, tough spray-in bed liner. That is standard on the lariat and trimmer, but available on the XL and XLT. And so probably, I don't know, that might hold up your build a little bit. I'm tell you, because they're adding it to all trimmers and all lariats, it could be a problem. Maybe not too much, but if you put it on there, try it. If it doesn't get scheduled, you might pull it off. But there you go. That is optional on XL and XLT. The bed mat that is removable. So that bed mat can just slide in there and you can take it out. That is not available with your bed tray liner or your modular drop-in liner because you already have something at the bottom. You don't need it. So there you go. That's available on all trim levels, it looks like. So you can even add this to a spray-in liner if you want. So there you go. Engine block heater. That is something that is in bed mat. I don't think is holding things up. But it might. We'll keep you posted. Make sure you're checking out our scheduling videos, our live streams every Tuesday, so you can get all the updated on that because it may be a week-to-week thing on the bed mat. The engine block heater, that is something if you live in a cold weather state, you want to have that plug in the front so you can plug it in the house, keep the engine bay warm. Then this is something, or your engine block, I should say, warm. Then this helps you out. It's available on any trim level and any configuration. That should not hold up your build and is definitely needs to be done at the factory. So, all right, floor liners, front and rear. We have 2 options without the carpeted mats and with the carpeted mats. One of them is cheaper than the other. Now, this is standard on your trimmer, so that won't be available on your trimmer, but it is available. So there you go. Front license plate bracket. If you live in a state with a front that requires a front license plate, it's standard equipment. It'll come with your vehicle. If you're in a state like us that doesn't require a front license plate, but you want one, make sure you put it on your order. That's not holding up builds, and your dealers required to put it on free of charge. Make sure they don't charge you for that. All right. Next is a protective film hood and fenders. And I really don't even want to talk about this. This has been holding up builds since the launch of the Maverick. I wouldn't recommend you don't put it on there, but if you want to take a little while, or if you want to hold yours up from production, put it on there. It will. It is available on any of your different trim levels. Not available with the Aero hood deflectors. That's a dealer installed option. Anyway, there you go. All right. And then lastly, we're going to talk about 3 different pickup box bed covers. I recommend you leave all these off. And I know Ford hates when I say this because they need to keep those guys busy putting some on. But I'm just telling you, if you add any of these, it will probably hold up your build because the production availability is very small on this. So without it on there, the very simple you can make your build, the better it is for getting your schedule for a production date, especially an early one. But here's your options. You have a hard roll-up one that is available on about any trim level, not available with your bed extender, not available with your hard drop-in liner as well, and not available with your Yakima bed rail mounted crossbars, which is a dealer installed option. Then you have the hard trifold bed cover that is not available with your Yakima bed rail mounted crossbars, but is available with all the other stuff because some of these just happens to be where the brackets are to put this onto the bed rails that makes it to where it doesn't work with some of the others. And then you have the pickup box cover soft folding. So that's a trifold as well, I believe, maybe a quadruple. I don't know. Anyway, is not available with the bed extender or your bed divider kit, which is a dealer installed option, or your Yakima bed rail mounted crossbars, which is a dealer installed option as well. So there you go. And then lastly, 2 other things. We do have the power moonroof, which is available in the XLT, lariat, and trimmer. So that's available on those 3 there. And also the splash guards molded front and rear is also available. I wouldn't put it on your build. This has been holding up a lot of orders in the past. It is available on the XLT, lariat, or trimmer, but not available on the XL. And again, get that from your dealership later is what I'd recommend. It's going to come into the vehicle anyway. The dealership's going to have to install it. So just let your dealership install it. It will cost a little extra, but it won't hold up your build. So that's there's all the optional equipment for those trim levels: XL, XLT, Larry, and trimmers. So that's all of your standard equipment and different optional packages and standalone options all in this video. And don't forget, order banks are opening up real soon. It's supposed to be the day of August 1st, probably in late afternoon. You can place an order for any of the different trim levels here. And so hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. And don't forget to check out the other videos. We're doing the whole complete breakdown of all the different trim levels, so you're very educated. You know what to do. And speaking of educating, don't forget about some of the ordering tips. So I'm going to go over some ordering tips, and then I'll go over our YouTube special here. And so some things to keep in mind if you're going to place that order with your local dealer. There are some great local dealers, so please seek them out. I always try to buy local if I can, and try to do that if you'd like to as well. But some things to just kind of keep them honest and make sure you don't have any surprises when that Maverick comes in after you've been waiting a little while, is just kind of get everything down in writing, right? So find out when you order the vehicle, Ford is going to show on that printout what your MSRP price is. So, find out from that dealer. Are they going to be at MSRP? Are they going to be below? Are they going to be above? What's their price? And then find out also if they're going to add anything to your vehicle. So something that some dealers are doing now is that they're actually adding some different aftermarket stuff like a protective film or a clear coat protected, or they're adding like nitro to the tires or window tint to the vehicles, and they say that comes on every vehicle and it's required. I don't think they can do that. So ask them, find out if they're going to do that and what that cost is going to be, and is it things that you really want. If you don't want them, talk to them and say that's not going to work for me. There's other dealers that aren't doing that, and McArthur is one of those. So if you don't want to do that, then seek them out and put them on the hot seat, but also get that in writing that they won't add that to your vehicle when it comes in. Also find out what their dealer fee. That's another fee that is added on. And we're very transparent. We do have a dealer fee. Some states don't require or don't allow dealers to do it. Some states, some dealerships, they can dictate what that is. Ours is $495, and that cost does not go to the salesperson. Most of that goes. There's a small percentage that does go to again, being transparent, that goes to the salesperson as a year-end bonus for every vehicle they sell. So if they sell a vehicle and don't make any money on it, they'll at least at the end of the year get a little bit of a bonus. So a very, very small percentage of that, I'm talking just dollars for each deal, goes to the salesperson. The rest of that goes to our business office upstairs to help process everything out and on each of those deals. And some of that money has to be paid to the state and into titling and such like that. So that's what that fee goes to. But it all goes to the administrative office, just so you know that. But that is our dealer fee, and other dealers may charge more or less than that. But just being transparent, that's what will be added to all of our deals. And then also find out if they know about honoring price protection and your incentives. So when you order the vehicle, Ford will honor what it is when you order the vehicle. As long as the person that ordered the vehicle buys the vehicle, same name, if the address changes, let's say you move, the dealer can get an exception to get that back. Then the price should be protected to what it was when you ordered the vehicle. If Ford raises the price, they'll reimburse back the dealership 45 to 60 days later on their dealer payment statement. So that is a thing. It's called price protection. I've done a lot of videos on this, and it is a thing. And it is, and not only that, but if you look on the invoice, have them, tell them to look on the invoice. You'll see a protected invoice amount, so they get their money back. So that tells them, and they readjust that invoice, and then they're going to reimburse that money back. Also, the incentives. So if, let's say there probably won't be any special incentives on the Maverick, but if there were, you would be able to lock in those any special rates or any special rebates that are applicable at the time you order it. Or if there's some that happen when the vehicle comes in, you can take one or the other. You can't, if they change in between and then go away, you can't get them in between, but you can get the protected date, which is the date you order it, or the sale date, the date it comes in. So that's also something you might want to ask them about too. So there's some helpful tips to make sure that you get protected on your vehicle, and that you have no surprises when the vehicle comes in. And those are all things that we know and we do here at McArthur, because we are a transparent dealer. So make sure you know about all those things. And if you want to order with us, we are taking orders. We're one of the largest volume Maverick dealers in the country. We were number one through the first half of the year of 2024. And we'll probably close out and get me one of the top dealers in the country this year, meaning that allocations are given to dealers based on their sales volume. So what is an allocation? That is a dealer needs an allocation to fulfill an order. So if a dealer has 20 orders, not all 20 of those will be built unless they have 20 allocations. So a dealer earns an allocation based on their sales volume and what they have in inventory. If it's a dealer doesn't turn their Mavericks, let's say they're trying to go over MSRP and they're sitting on their lot, that actually affects them. They're going to get less allocations. They're going to give it to the dealer that's actually getting the vehicles and selling the vehicles, and they're turning them quickly. And that is what we do here at McArthur. We continue to turn those, and because of that, we get a lot of allocation. So if you want to order from us, we are doing MSRP pricing on all the Mavericks. We do have a special $495 fee. I told you that earlier, but also we have a special YouTube. If you want to finance with us, we'll pay up to the first $1,000 of the shipping cost to have it shipped right to your door. And then if it's over $1,000, then you'll pay for that difference. But if you want to come and fly up and meet us, pick up the vehicle here and drive it home, a lot of people are doing that. It's a lot of fun to meet you guys in person. Then you get $1,000 of your travel expenses. So we're talking flights, hotel, and any fuel going back to your location. You just send us those receipts and we reimburse you back up to $1,000 for that as well if you finance with us. We do say at the standard rates and at the full amount, just for the fact that that's how we got to get reimbursed $1,000. And if you know anything about pricing on the Maverick, there's not $1,000 markup there. So that's how we're able to pay for that. But if you're already planning to finance anyway, this is a great way to help you get it shipped right to you, or to come up and pick it up and have your travel expenses paid for. So there we go. That's how that works for us. So if you want to do that, let us know. Contact us. You can go on our website and you can actually build the vehicle out on our website of how you want it configured. Fill out your name and information and put in the comments in there that you saw the YouTube, you want the YouTube special in the comments and then the notes. And then that way we can make sure you get that offer, and we can go ahead and place your order right away and get it in there so we can get it scheduled for you as soon as possible. So you should be expecting probably January 1 is the first delivery dates. Ford is saying they're going to be holding up these new builds to make sure there's no issues with recalls and such, like they've had in the past. So we know that production starts in November. And so we're probably going to be January before some of those are shipped out to dealers, just so you're aware of that and that timing and everything. So there you go. All right. Well, thanks guys for watching this video. Hope you guys helped you out. Hit that like button if it did. Also hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos. And until the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.